Oh man, they set that up from the beginning of the last episode.
Yeah.
Sort of. Sort of, I guess. We commented on it, but... Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with episode 9 of Frieren. Why don't you recount what happened to us last episode, Justin?
Last episode, there was beautiful peace talks and the world is saved. However, that is not true whatsoever. It started off with an attempt at Frieren's life, with a demon that did not realize what they were getting into. That ended up in murder. Then we learned that they just fade into mana. On top of that, we had a very intelligent town leader who realized that Frieren was not responsible for the death of a guard, that ended up getting into a fight with someone who wields their blood as a weapon. And we are continued in dealing with this demon threat on this town. There was also a properly laid out distraction.
Yeah, we also got the Graf, so I guess we're doing the German thing. Because I think that's his title. He was the Graf, and we got him out of danger. Which I guess is the only problem I had with the episode, was the, hey, this is my insignia, show it to anyone and the guards will follow you. Which is a real, you wear the crown, you make the rules kind of way to rule
It's
things.
true. It's true. In the wrong person's hands, it could very much be a Julius Caesar moment.
But yeah, no, I mean, that was everything. Other than that, I guess I think I laid out last time what my hope would be to happen here would be that we're gonna start the episode and it's just gonna be Frieren's feet floating up and away and just a bunch of dead all over the place.
Correct. I think that would be a very good episode start, and that would also give motivation to our blood wielding demon to want to deal with Frieren.
I mean, on one hand, I guess it would be super dissatisfactory to anybody who wanted to know anything about Aura, but I guess it would also explain. It would also fit with the last thing on that we saw last episode that you were going on about. It was Aura, the sage of the I forgot the specific words. That if they were like leaving town and were like, "What's that?" It was Aura, you know, past tense.
Yep, exactly.
All right, well, I guess without much else to say, how about we just get into it?
Let's do it.
All right, but before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. And we're back to starting with the opening.
Yeah, right into the opening makes me
Anticipate that the show is full of non-stop action.
That's what I'm thinking. This is making me think we're gonna go right into an epic fight between Frieren and Aura.
Well, new thing to point out from the opening is that the part that I addressed last time, literally the next line is with the hero who defeated it, and not the heroes, with the hero. And there's only one character who's the hero, Himmel the hero.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes you can pull a lot by analyzing the lyrics. Went through the whole second or third closing theme of Witch from Mercury. It's like, I think this song is telling us what the whole show is going to be.
It very much could be.
Even though you're not there. Maybe the Demon King is an elf.
Oh. That would be interesting.
We are covering
Then if demons are corrupted elves.
I don't know. That's something completely different. You just went off there.
It's true.
Although they don't have elf ears. Well, it's hard to tell. They're doing the hair thing.
Hard to tell.
I bet my guy here seems to have normal ears. I guess that look of contempt.
Yeah.
It's not since Kill la Kill that I've seen somebody do that. They'll really look down their nose at you.
You think? Oh, fam, you were just stabbed through the gut. You should lay down.
お前たちのおかげで助かった。感謝する。連れの魔法使いの件も許そう。
In fairness,
判断は正しかった。
he did get stabbed through the gut hours ago.
これでフリーレンが町に戻ってこれるな。リュグナ
True.
倒してもらおうぜ。
So, like, at that point, that's when the adrenaline will be wearing off and you would be.
衛兵を殺していなくて。
It would just
知っ
hurt.
ている。魔族がやったことだ。それよりあの魔法使い、フリーレンっていうのか？
はい。
まさか勇者一行にいたエルフの魔法使いか。だとしたら無礼なことをしてしまったな。グラナト家は勇者一行に恩がある。わしのじいさんの代に、この町が魔族の軍勢に襲われた時、撃退してもらったんだ。その時の相手も、
I guess nobody knows the,
関東大のアウラだ。
oh, there, that's where it was being said.
Yeah,
I guess nobody knows the connection of Frieren to Flamel, or Flamme, either.
it's true.
フリーレン。この先の町に行くつもりでしょ。引き返してくれるとありがたいんだけど。嫌よ。なんで？
You might want to just go home instead of doing this.
I mean, apparently she fought her 80 years ago, too, so... It's not like she doesn't know.
True.
そう。あの時より増えている。これほどの数を操るだなんて、魔族の魔法はとんでもないね。人類の魔法技術では想像もつかない。
But we already learned last time that demons spend their entire lives learning one
でも最
trick.
低に趣味の悪い魔法だ。
True.
ヘドが出る。ひどいよね。せっかく頑張って集めたのに。
Yep.
Oh, the sun, right?
見知った鎧がいくつかあるね。
No, the talismans.
No, 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 the one on the right was the same as the graph had,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
At least that's what I think.
服従の天秤。わしらが長年アウラに勝てなかった要因だ。奴が使うのは相手を服従させ意のままに操る魔法。七宝剣の魔法は人知も人の断りも超える。アウラは天秤に自身と対象の魂。
Interesting.
魔力の大きさを測りにか
Do their demonic
魔力がより大きかった方
Oh, so she's gonna be defeated by
服従させ操り人形にできる。
Frieren or Frieren.
体が朽ちて
I'm gonna bet.
永
correct.
遠にだ。
Because Frieren or Frieren are gonna have more magic than she's going to expect.
絶大な魔力を持つアウラにとって
I
は
think it's
必勝の魔法だ。
I think it's gonna be
抵抗す
friend.
ることはできないのですか？
アウラの魔力の重さで傾いてはいる。
Because I think
公平な天秤
if
Frieren
Not
made that
gonna be-
comment before, that's
With
why.
power.
魔
Yeah.
力の魂が天秤に乗れば
the control thing is what I think is gonna do it.
だがそんなことはアウラが七宝剣の座に君臨してから500年一度たりともなかったと言われている。
But I'm also saying Frieren because it might just be so simple that, you know, it's the obvious answer.
Yes. Yes.
本当はあったんだがな。意志の強い者は一時的ではあるが抵抗ができた。
See?
鋼の意志は鍛え抜かれた英傑ほ
It
ど
is the
持ち合
same
わせ
thing.
ている。
それでも一時的か。
だが致命的な欠陥だ。奴はその意志が邪魔だったんだろうさ。だから断頭台のアウラは操った者たちに実に合理的な処置をした。むごい話だ。
Chop their own heads off?
どう？私の不死の軍勢は強いでしょ？
It could be removal of the heads.
I mean, she's got an army of owls from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Just to combine shows that you do know.
私のかけた魔法が解除されている。こんなことは初めてだわ。これほど強力な解除魔法、魔力の消費も相当なものになるはず。どうしてこんな回りくどいことをするの？
She's gonna let Frieren use up all of her mana so that she can use the scales on her.
派手に吹き飛ばしていたじゃない。後でヒンメルに怒られたんだよ。ならますますこんなことをする必要ないでしょ？どうして？ヒンメルはもういない。
We've not seen the limits of Frieren's magic, though. It might be the case where
よかった。
it's revealed that she thinks she can do that, but her magic is too vast.
容赦なく殺せる。
Sure. An
I
overlord
doubt it,
situation.
but
神父様、ここは安全なんだよな。
ええ。防護結界ほどで
'Cause that was the thing in Overlord
この教会にも結界
that
が施されています。
they're fighting the guy and he's like, he's got no magic aura at all.
クソが
And the trick is, his aura is so vast, you're standing in it and you don't know because the very air just is his aura.
it could very much be that
本気です
case.
か？あの時は不意打ちが偶然成功しただけです。現にとどめをさせるほどの隙はあり
More
ませんで
confidence,
した。
please.
Yep.
もしあのまま戦っていたら、殺されていたのは私たちの方です。
これは誰かがやらなきゃいけないことだろう。
そうですね。では一緒に頑張りまし
There
ょう。
we go.
いや、フェルンは衛兵の詰め所に行け。町の人を避難させるんだ。
ではシュタルク様は？
ああ。
I prefer to think that they're both in the wrong.
全力で土下座してフリーレンを連れ戻してくれ。
Alright. It was dumb, but I know where I get my thumbnail from, at least.
確かにその方が現実的ですね。
Yep. I love they built that up to him being like, "Yo, I get it. This is above
こ
us."
いつを見せれば衛兵は言うことを聞いてくれるって
I was gonna say, though, he's in the right for someone's gotta do this, but he's in the
俺
wrong
はすぐ
for
町を出る。
you go get the guards. Because it's gotta be a
どうした？
we both do this together scenario, I
ひ
feel
どい
like.
状態ですね。そんな姿で城門を通れるんですか？
大丈夫だろう。このくらい戦士なら普通だぜ。何か変なの？
両手血まみれで街中歩い
It's
てる
because
戦
it's
士
the
なんて
demon's
見た
blood.
ことないですよ。
Well, no, it's partly his
第
blood.
一人のこと言えねえだろう。
Remember
It's
the demon,
true.
like, bit into his arm with the blood claws.
これ誰の血だ？俺の血じゃないよな。おい、どうしたんだ？
シュタルク様、この力魔力が。
Oh, right. Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Oh man, they set that up from the beginning of the last episode.
Yeah.
Sort of, I guess. We commented on it, but
俺は夢でも見てんのか。そいつは師匠の技だ。
下手に動いたせいで急所を外してしまった。苦しめるつもりはなかったのだがな。 何を驚いている？致命傷を負ったはずの私がここに立っていることか？それとも我々の接近を探
Oh
知できなかった
snap.
ことか？
She's
I wonder how much of his body he can
魔
turn
力
into
の
like
制御による
blood.
存在の隠匿など
so do I.
Well, because he gets that part blown out of him,
魔
and
族
it's
な
just
ら
like
誰もができる
representationally just a blood clot now.
とはいえ
Yeah.
魔法使い同士の戦いに似つかわしい行為だとは到底思えんが
よく喋りますね。とどめを刺さないんですか？
な。殺し損ねたついでにいくつか聞きたいことがある。それとも今すぐ死ぬか？
He has some sort of
ど
plan.
うぞ。
あの小僧は強いのか？
戦士アイゼンの一番弟子です。
そうか、数奇なものだな。かわいそうにリーニエ相手ではろくな死に方はしない。
How did he know
Most
Aizen's
of
technique? How did she know Aizen's techniques though?
Don't know.
この町から逃げましたよ。あなたたちが老番の衛兵を殺したせいです。
グラナト伯爵も言っていたな。衛兵殺しは罪が重いらしい。
極刑です。
極
They're they're using words as a weapon against the demons.
奴は魔族に強い恨みを持っている。魔族を殺すための魔法を自分の弟子に。
Ah, if only I had the force.
そんな奴が逃げるはずない。何か狙いがあるはずだ。
Oh, I think I know what she's gonna do.
Oh, she
I
does
think
have the
she's-
force.
I think she's gonna send magic through his blood.
動かないでく
No,
ださい。
she just.
No.
フリーレン様の向かった先に心当たりがあるんですね。
くだらんことを。
私を殺し損ねたというのは嘘ですよね。あなたは私にあの不意打ちの石返しがしたかったんです。プライドが高くて傲慢で、未だに私たちを、フリーレン様以外を脅威とすら感じていない。だから私に隙を与えるような真似までした。この至近距離ならあなたの心臓を打ち抜けます。
やってみろ。その前にお前の首が飛ぶ。
Love the confidence.
フリーレン様、私はお役に立てていますか？なんでそんなことを聞くの？
This is an odd
私は
tangent
フリ
to
ーレン
go
様
on
ほ
to.
ど
A little
魔法を
bit.
完璧に扱いません。それは生きてきた時間の違いだからね。フェルンが私に追いつくことはないよ。そうですか。でもそれはあくまで魔力や技術の話だ。私はよく魔物との戦闘をフェルンに任せているでしょ。はい、今回も押し付けられました。
Okay.
ごめんって。
Also,
So she's
the scene of no
フェルンが
context,
戦った
by the
方が
way.
早く終わるんだよ。
Looks like they just killed a bunch of cows.
私よりも魔法を打つのが
yeah, it
早いから。
does.
小娘。私は魔法に人生の大半を捧げてきた。
私もです。
I'm literally the antithesis of your best friend.
Yeah.
なんだこの反応速度は。
He's been getting battle
反射的に
experience
防御
versus
していなければ
learning
心臓を
specific
撃ち抜
techniques.
かれていた。
Well, that's what she said to the guy in the basement, right?
やはり心臓が弱点です。
You have
Yeah.
no battle experience.
こいつ。なるほど。人生を捧げたというのは嘘ではない。
Which I think this would be a subversion of probably the way it went last time.
全力で潰してやろう。バルテーリ
And we already know from Qual that she's trained to block pinpoint blasts from all over the place.
Yep.
こっちはもう終わりだ。感染でもするかな。リュグナー様、邪魔すると怒るんだよね。おや、
まだ終わってねえぜ。
しぶといね。
even if she knows Aizen's techniques, remember Aizen was afraid of her. Him.
Yeah.
魔力も技術もコントロールも私の方がはるかに上。
Well, clearly not your control. Yes, yes, we know that's technically exactly what you said was going to happen.
I'm just happy I called it correct.
小娘と私の間には
Why is your staff made of blood?
早い。純粋に手数でこの私が押されている。
Pretty badass.
It's true.
フリーレンめ、この小娘にどんな修行を叩き込んだ。
Yeah, I think it's very clear that from the beginning, she trained her to fight demons.
I love how they both just have a no fucking care.
その前に
Oh, no, now he does.
せめて少しでも隙を作れれば。リーニー、何をやっている？早くそいつを片付けろ。
なんだよ、わがままだな。こいつ防戦一方でしつこいんだよ。
Okay.
I hate to say it, Justin. I don't think I'm joining the party.
Oh. Oh, that was smooth.
その斧さばき、どういうことだ。そいつは師匠の技だ。
私は魔力を読み取るのが得意でさ。人が動いていると
I would say I thought it was
体
a
内の魔力の流れを記憶し
hit
て
to the head.
動きを模倣できるんだよね。
Okay. It's like math. So she's basically magic mixed with Taskmaster, where she copies the fighting style based off the person.
Yeah, and she's clearly got a wide range of people she's copying.
Yeah.
屋敷で初めてあなたの動きを見た時に確信した。私が昔記憶した最強の戦士と同じ動きをしている。
Oh, she was fucking there!
Yep.
Those demons are long-lived.
運命は面白い。
まさか。
私は戦士アイゼンの動きを模倣している。
See, if that's all it was,
めちゃくちゃじゃねえか。
I would think he'd be able to win since he trained with Aizen and Aizen was afraid of him.
勝てるはず。
But she's using other people's things too.
Yeah, she's switching it up.
Yeah.
ようやく倒れたか。急がないと。またリグナーさ
I
ん
think this will be the moment where he learns how to fight as him.
By the way, if you ever want inspiration for a Pact of the Blade Warlock, here you go.
倒れているのか。
Absolutely.
立シュタルク。
I'm hoping they don't pull that though. That he remembers how to fight Aizen from his training and beats her, because again, she's using other people's techniques too. It's not just
勝て
Aizen's.
るわけねえだろ
It's
当たり前だ。
it's either that
お前より強い。
or it's going into he needs to fight like himself, not like Aizen.
お前はまだ負けていない。立ち上がったからな。
う。なんだよそれ。
シュタルク。強い相手に勝つ秘訣を教えてやる。簡単だ。
One simple trick that all opponents
何
hate.
度でも立ち上がって技を叩き
Title of the episode.
戦士ってのは最後まで
Let them beat the shit out of you. Just, no matter how much it hurts, get up.
まったく師匠め。変な理論を押し付けやがって。脳みそ筋肉でできてんじゃねえのか。
おとなしく寝てればよかったのに。もう負けたんだから。
俺はまだ立っている。それに思い出したんだ。師匠の技はもっと重かった。 やっぱりお前のはただの真似事だ。
ならその真似事で引導を渡してあげよう。エアファーゼン。
バルテーリエ
And we haven't even seen the Frieren fight yet.
大振り、防御も
Oh,
な
this
し。
is good.
血迷ったな。
The slow-mo with the light background.
ああいう近く子だったのにビビって損したぜ。やっぱり全然重たくねえや。三電撃
That the man carves mountains in two.
Yep. And you are not a mountain.
リーニしま
ゾルトラーク。
And I am now no longer a character.
殺す魔法
Yep. Hey, but you were fun when you were there.
Yeah. Oh well. To be fair, once again, you're sitting above Griffin's picture of Stark, so it is just the way of things. I picked villains because they lose. That makes them more interesting, I feel like, because a lot of shows have
Yeah.
this whole plot armor thing that goes on. So I
You're
always
not
find
wrong.
myself more invested in the villains because the villains don't have plot armor typically. So you never know when
They
they're going to
do
lose.
until a point.
Well, it also depends on what kind of villain they are.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, my dude was a 3, I guess technically 3 episode villain.
Yeah.
Unless he somehow gets resurrected later or shows up in heaven. Seems unlikely. He was just a 3-episode guy. I mean, I would hate to think that at some point we're going to cover who does and does not have a soul. Because at that point, you just start saying who is a person and who isn't a person. These guys clearly had motivations. Maybe not so much deep connections with one another. This dude seemed to care at least a little bit about Liren, but maybe not so much. They didn't even talk about the third guy after he was gone.
Oh, no. Yeah, like, they're just like, oh, shit, he fucked up.
I mean, that could be a product of community, though. Like, when all your dead vanish, you just...
魔力は私の5分の1くらいですね。
私には遠くに集落。
エルフを皆殺しにしろ。
はるかに強い魔法使いだから。
Okay, so episode 10 is just gonna be that fight, I guess.
Yeah.
And flashbacks, maybe, to the first time that they fought, too, because
I think
Hyder was there.
So, I think the elf village mentions will be flashbacks.
Well, I mean, Hyder was mentioned, and Hyder is obviously dead, so it has to be flashback stuff.
True. Those were some epic fights, though.
It didn't quite go... Like, when I said, oh, this is awesome, the moment I thought was about to happen did not happen. There is a scene... Can't remember what season it is, of My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Where Deku is flying down from the air, lightning sparking all around him. Fist cocked back, about to punch the bad guy one last time at the end of a long series of battle. And the light strikes off of him, and you get the memory of the guy who taught him says heroes need to smile so that everybody knows everything's gonna be okay. And you get this wide grin across his face as the shadows come across his head and just like right across his eyes and face. And it's like the culminating point of the entire artistic scene. And I thought that's what we were about to get with Stark, because we just got all those flashing lights behind him and the camera pans back and we got the same upward angle and he's about to swing down, and I thought we were going to get the same kind of thing. But instead we go for a more meaningful pause for words instead of that epic moment.
I think we're setting up a very different warrior than Aizen.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like-
Aizen was afraid of him. I keep saying that, but...
Well, no, so it's not even the afraid part. Any time that they've shown Aizen, he's been very fast. But it's been avoiding hits and getting big swings in.
I guess I don't really remember it past the second or third episode where he runs out to fight a bull dog monster thing.
But exactly, like, his whole thing seemed, from the little bit we've seen, is it's seen movement and one big hit. Whereas with Stark, it seems like he can take ungodly amounts of damage.
Yeah. I mean, that is an anime archetype amongst characters as well.
Mm-hmm. So I think the reason why Aizen had that fear of Stark is because he knows if driven that Stark's just not going to go down.
I mean, it's possible. Like I said, it's a anime trope. I know it more specifically from Breaker, which is a manhwa series, which is specifically about a character who is horrible at fighting and gets bullied all the time, but his whole thing is that he doesn't go down. They beat the shit out of him, and he keeps getting back up, and that's how he earns the respect of everyone around him. Not that he beats them, but he takes a beating and keeps coming back.
Well, because that's also one of the most powerful X-Men's abilities as well.
I think we'd have a debate there about who's the most powerful X-Men.
I'm trying to think of what his name is. He was in First Class.
Darwin?
Yes.
That's how my memory works. I have a shit memory, but you throw something out there like that. You mean Darwin, who died
So, like, that
apropos
portrayal
of his own
was
power.
horrible. However, in the comics, Darwin is nasty because you can't take him out.
See, I was going to go with that X-Men who takes the powers of dead X-Men.
Oh, snap.
I can't remember his name. I almost want to say his name was X-Man, but because it's thematic and it works, but also the fact that Darwin fucking died. And so, if Darwin died, which means, one, his power wasn't that great, but then X-Man could come and fucking take it. So,
I think you might be correct with X-Man.
see, I just remember it from some, like, trading card back in the 90s, so.
Because, like, if you're truly getting into that argument, the Leech is also up there because he can just make it so whatever powers you have, the moment you're close to him, they're off.
Well, also Rogue. But I think the concept here is that Rogue steals your powers momentarily. I don't remember.
Correct.
Leech. Leech is kind of like the guy in the third movie, right?
That exactly is Leech.
Okay. Well, those kind of things, except X-Man takes your powers permanently, I believe, right?
From what I'm seeing, X-Man is more a crazy array of powers, but not taking powers.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I just remember there is an X-Man whose power is to take the powers of dead characters. So, I mean, anything beyond that, I guess I could just be making up. But because it's just the memory of a card that I read in the 90s. So maybe he could have just been like a one-shot character, too, for all I know. I never actually read his comics. At which point, I would just say Rogue, then. I don't know what Leech's actual abilities are, but Rogue is basically like Superman if Superman stole people's powers.
Correct, but no, Leech's abilities are to just cancel out abilities.
No, I mean what his actual ability. When I say abilities, I'm not actually talking like superpowers. I'm like, how accurate is he with a gun? Like, you know?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because you'd think if Leech was a character, if I was making Leech, right? One, okay, his power is he steals other people's powers. Now I'm gonna try and train him up in martial arts. You know, all these
exactly
mutants are bad when they don't have their powers, so I just kick their ass when they don't have powers.
Yeah, that could be a whole nasty comic arc in itself.
Well, because he figure his power set, he doesn't have to train, right? It just is.
It's true.
So, what does he spend his time training on? It'd be useless if he was a hacker. So, I mean, I don't. I turn people's powers off, and then I hack. Well, you don't need those two together. Also, I guess technically you don't need to be a sniper either, because you need to be close to turn people's powers off. How are you effective against a person? I
100%.
trained for 30 years with the monks of a Shaolin temple. I could kick your ass face to face.
Yep.
Although I guess technically, I think we're going too far off track here. I'm already
100%.
thinking of 100 ways to make Leech an effective assassin.
1,000,000%. I saw where my head was going as well.
Of this episode. Any final thoughts about this episode?
My only last thought is I don't think Frieren is actually not powerful.
I think there was a double negative in there, which is confusing me. I don't think Frieren is actually not powerful, which means I think Frieren is powerful?
Correct.
Okay.
I think there's something that will be explained, or something that will happen that will unlock massive amounts of power.
Well, that's why I originally thought that she was going to defeat Aura, because I thought back to Frieren talking about the amount of mana that she had. So I thought she has a massive reserve of mana, so she would try and use her scales on Frieren and find out that Frieren has more mana than Aura does.
I think we're on the same page with that.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen anymore, though. I think they've gotten their fights, and now we're going to focus on the Frieren fight, which is going to be Frieren. I think maybe Frieren's not too fucked up, but I think we've already covered the fact that they're going to save a person before they'll do a fight, in which case Frieren is going to save Stark, who's badly hurt to the fact that he thought we're going to kill each other.
Yeah.
So now it's just Frieren by herself.
Yeah. This could very much be the moment where Frieren's like, Stark, you're not allowed to die on me. And it could be the start of something there.
All right. Well, I believe that's it for today's episode then.
Indeed it is.
I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stone-Faced Reactions. And we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?